So I just thought I would add this little bit of information that I didn't see on the internet regarding the alternator. This is a 2005 GMC Canyon, and I'm hoping, I just thought I'd do this video in advance. My water pump was leaking. Thankfully I caught it before driving around. I noticed that my reserve, which is not low now, was being low, and then I found splash marks up here in the morning when I was looking around, and then I found moisture up and around here, and it just started, so I hadn't really gotten drops on the ground yet. Anyways, so this is in relationship to the water pump and the alternator. I have a spare one from my old truck, and so I'm gonna put it in. I had bought it when my old truck hit about 300,000 kilometers. The alternator died, and I bought a new one and put it in. Then I drove it in that truck for a while and took it out when I got rid of the truck. So I'm at 312,000 Ks now, and my water pump's gone, and I'm fixing that today. And I figured I was gonna try a trick which I haven't seen online. So once this mounting bracket comes out, I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to pull it through this cavity right here, get it over top of this bearing, this roller, and get it out this way instead of what everybody else is doing and what I did last time on the truck. Instead of taking this whole contraption out. So I just loosened that little clip right there, bring this up a little bit, have a little bit of flexibility so I can get into the bolts that are holding this alternator, which is already out. There's 3 bolts for that. They're all accessible from up here using this. So this is a regular extension, and I guess not extension, it's regular depth 15 mil. So you know, from the top side, as long as, I guess even with the shroud, which is gone and out, even with that, you can still get to these bolts, in my opinion, with this guy going down in here. So I will update you, but I'm about to pull this guy out. See what's holding it. Is there anything holding this thing right now? No, it looks like they've strapped. Looks like this is strapped to it, so I guess I'll have to cut that off. And actually, you know what? I might be able to hold it up. I might be able to hold this up far enough, to be honest with you. And then see if I can pull it out here. So I'm gonna try and get it out about a few minutes later. I cut this off, the strap that was holding it on there, but I realized that this is actually on the bottom of this. If you were to open this up, there's a little grommet that goes to the bottom of this plastic and goes through, and it attaches through the bottom into this bracket. So anyways, it's swiveling and still staying together, which is good. So I just swiveled it up a little bit and got it over, and it's sitting on that ear right there, is sitting there, so it's up. And I already practiced, so that's why I was getting this video for you, is it will now come out. So this is great. I found something, and I don't think it's on the internet. No struggle, no trying to push stuff in and out of the way. This alternator comes out with no problem. As you can see, one hand, and there it is. So anyways, I'll put this thing down and do it with 2 hands, but that's good news. So I just wanted to note a couple of things. That black bracket you see right there, this bracket right here, cannot be removed until you take out the alternator. So those two holes that are on left and far right, those are the bolt locations that hold in the alternator. And when this alternator is in there, it blocks that middle hole. So you can't get in and take this thing out because it's in the way. So just important to note, when you do get your alternator out, put the new one back in before attaching this plate. So get it into this hole, just have it sitting there, and then go in and attach this plate, and you can attach it fully all the way around and that sort of stuff, and then attach the two bolts at the top. These two top bolts, you can attach that one and the other one that's there, and then the one that's underneath, there's 3 bolts to hold the alternator, and they're 15mm bolt heads. I just thought I'd give you my feedback on this, how this operation went with changing the alternator while at the same time I was doing my water pump. But anyways, with regards to the alternator, I've done it both ways. Last time I decided I was gonna take out the battery and move all these wires and, you know, take this off, and you had to really force, and then you had to, you know, you wanted to take this bracket off anyways, and then this is not pliable. Even when this bracket, see, it's not even attached right now, I still have to put it on. This thing really has no play. It's not meant to be screwed around with. So when last time I tried changing the alternator, and I did it through trying to pull it up through here, I'll just give you my feedback is, if you buy the fan clutch pulley wrench and do it that way, I have it now. I mean, if you're gonna do more work, but anyways, this is this particular one, and then for GM it's the 36mm size wrench. You can also put an extension that's 1/2 inch on the end of this particular one to run the bar up to give you more leverage to pull. I would just buy that thing and pull out that fan, and when you do it, when the fan is on here, it'll come off. The nut is attached to the fan, so the fan spins. Just to tell you in advance, I had to look again and figure, you want to wrench this way, so this fan nut will come off counterclockwise. So anyways, my advice is, if you're changing the alternator, take out that shroud. You'll see in other videos. Take that out. From here, then get the fan clutch pulled out, the fan, and it'll look exactly like this. It's pretty easy to put all that stuff back in. I've seen other videos, but no one's been doing it through this chamber, pulling it out here. It's far better this way. It's safer. You're not screwing around with potentially bending this and causing problems. Time-wise, I don't know, hands down, it is definitely better to do it this way, in my opinion. So I thought I would share that with you So anyways, I've got to tighten this one down. It's just got the nuts in there that are holding it in. The other thing I wanted to show you was this is it, accessible from here. So no taking off the tire or anything. That's the lower nut for the alternator. Lower nuts right there. And then the upper nuts, same standard one. Actually just get it behind. Oh, maybe don't. Get it up here. And that one's going in, so that's there from the upper side. And the other nut's right there, as you can see. So yeah, from up here, definitely I recommend the smart way, which is not the way that I see it on the internet, surprisingly. So I sure hope this helps out. I'm much more satisfied with it doing this way. And there's 2 electrical leads. So I just unloosened this main one here so I can move this around a little bit more. And the electrical lead comes in there. And I don't know if I can show you that much. There's the electrical lead. This is to the brains of the computer. And so this is upside down right now. That's that. So it'll be like this when it's down there. And then what I would do is to get it off. Sorry, this is a bit of a fiddling around. To get it off when it's down, it will look like it's sitting like that, right? If you can imagine that clip. So what you want to do with that clip is get a pick, definitely a pick, not a screwdriver, get underneath of it, pull it out and away slightly, and then use the pick to pull straight up, lever straight up, and this thing will come out. It's sort of hard to grab on the sides of this thing, and you don't want to pull wires and break it, but I found if I hooked onto that thing and pull it out to the right hand side a little bit to get it away from the tab, but not too far away, and then pull evenly straight up so it's balanced, and it'll come up and out. And then the other electrical connection connects to right here, and it's got a boot on it, and it is sitting down in this hole. It is that guy right there with the boot on it, and it's a 10 mil nut, if I remember correctly. So it's gonna go down and onto that spot right there, and then the nut goes over. So I just wanted to give you an update. Right there, as you can see, is the electrical connection into the alternator. It's already pushed down and in. I just want to give you advice. If you can go in with a wrench, once it seems like it's seated down, it's not, and go down, don't push on the wires, but push straight down really hard. Wait till you hear a click sound until it seats in there, because I actually found that I thought it was on and it wasn't. It looked like it was in the hole, and the clip wasn't all the way down. It has to go all the way down. And there's little ribs that are on the connection on the side of it, as you can see in the other part of the video. Those ribs, there's like 4 cross lines. Those ribs are not meant to be seen once it's installed and fully seated down. And it takes a little bit of pressure to push that in there, because that's supposed to be the water sealing. So I'm usually pretty adept at getting things hooked up properly, but I actually made a mistake the first time, so I just wanted to update you with that. And the other thing, if you have one of these offset guys, it sure make life easier to get in and get to this nut that's down here to undo the electrical connection, the other electrical connection. So yeah, I just need to get around all this sort of stuff a little bit more easily. You know, you can do it other ways, but this one's going to be helpful, and it's going to be a 13 millimeter. This one has that has 12 mils on one end and has 13 mils on the other end.